but it gets my teeth clean. I know there's something wrong. Am I over justifying having so many hair products? Absolutely, but you can't stop me because you're not my real dad. What's up guys, welcome back. So today we're gonna be doing an empties video the way that I promised that we would in the last video. Basically, I'm almost done peeling. I was able to put on makeup today, so that's a plus, but it's definitely not conditions for a wear test at the moment. It wouldn't be fair to any makeup. However, I am giving myself the first taste of the new Vapor Velvet Glow Foundation. I'm going to do a whole video coming up on the Vapor 2.0 release. They changed all the packaging, they changed the formulations and everything, and I spent a lot of money. So I'm really excited about that, but that's not the task at hand today. Today we are going to be going through 6 months of my empties, and I totally agree with Leanne when she says that, you know, favorites are great and everything, but empties are the way that you know whether you really liked a product or not, because it takes a long time, especially when you have as much stuff as I do, to like completely get through a package of something. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump in. Do not adjust your televisions. My hair is pink. I just felt like switching up my color story a little bit. The curls didn't really stick back here, but that's fine. So let's see. The first thing that I want to talk about is this because it's gigantic and it's sitting right at the top. Don't at me, guys. I went to Costco. It was my first time ever going to Costco, I think. And I'm so frustrated because I go through lotion so fast. My skin type is just dry. It's not like dehydrated, it's not imbalanced, it's just stinking dry. I don't care what time of year it is. And the rate at which I go through lotion is astonishing. And so I just kind of pulled the trigger on this, did not even think to check whether CeraVe is cruelty-free because their ingredients are really good. It's full of ceramides, it's full of hyaluronic acid, it's just got like all kinds of good stuff and no bad stuff, no PEGs, no nothing. And then someone on my vlog channel was like, is CeraVe cruelty-free? And I was like, oh, dang it, I did it again, didn't I? So no, but by virtue of the fact that I bought this at Costco, it was not the only tub in the packet. There is another one that's like this big that I haven't even started yet. So the whole verdict of an empties video is usually, will I repurchase? I gotta tell you guys, A, I already have another tub because it came in the package, but B, I really like it. It's a really good lotion and it's really cost effective. And that's saying a lot for me because it takes a lot for my skin not to just drink up a lotion and be like, next. Another, let's see, what do we have here? Another body lotion. This is the Fleur Honami body lotion, and I loved this. I loved it. It has this beautiful serum consistency, like not clear serum, but a cream serum, if such a thing were to exist. And it smells absolutely lovely. I love this, but I just went through it too quickly. Like I said, my skin is just like about any lotion. Thank you, next. Like, keep bringing it on. Oils don't really seem to do the trick as well as I would hope, just because they don't seem to have, I'm not a molecular biologist, but it seems like the particles aren't small enough for my skin to really absorb them. It just is occlusive. So it's like lotion and then oil. I don't know. The CeraVe does the trick. This was beautiful, but it just didn't nourish my skin enough, even summertime skin. I worked my way through this over the last probably 4 months. This is the Pharmacy Green Clean. If you've been watching my channel for a little while, you will know that I was on a journey. I have several journeys kind of constantly running in parallel, but one was my makeup balm remover cleanser situation. I was using the Tatcha Camellia cleansing oil for a long time, and I love it so much. It's such a good product, but the package was really annoying. It just leaked all the time. It was really difficult to travel with, and this works just as well. I'm not sure how they stack up price-wise, ounces-wise, pound for pound, how they stack up, but this was not a super expensive product. Like, Pharmacy is not a crazy expensive brand, and this was 3.2 fluid ounces, and it's just about done. It smells delightful. The Tatcha is very strongly scented. I have heard from several people that they have a bone to pick, you know, with the idea of cleanliness when it comes to Tatcha, because all of their products do have fragrance. They claim they're all naturally derived. We all know that we don't know what that really means in a lot of cases. They smell lovely. They don't smell really like fake and like donuts or something, but it is a scent. And this is a scent too, but it's like, it's just a subtle lime scent and it makes me really happy. It's super refreshing. It doesn't linger. And this really takes my makeup off and then rinses into a milk, which is, I would think, not that much to ask from a cleansing balm, but most of them that I tried, you guys know I had a very bumpy road of trying to find cleansing balms that actually worked, because essentially they would just be this really, really heavy, oily, greasy thing that I would rub all over my face, and then I'd hit it with water and nothing would happen. It would just be this like layer of goo. And then they would be like, you know, you read the instructions and it's like, oh, okay, now get a towel out and like wipe this off. And I'm like, what was the point? This is stupid. Now I have like 2 things I'm trying to wash off my face. So no, didn't do that, went with this. Will probably repurchase, unless you guys can make a really good case for the fact that I just got a bad package of the Tatcha and yours doesn't leak, because I do really miss that oil. It's really, really lovely. So like, there is no more story to the pink hair than yesterday I was driving around and I went, I want pink hair, and I went to the beauty supply and I bought some Pravana in Pretty in Pink and I just threw it on my hair. That is the whole story. There's no like identity crisis happening or anything, and there's no symbolism. I know it's like Breast Cancer Awareness Month or something. I would love to say I did this out of some kind of like moral solidarity, but I just wanted pink hair. And I'm also really pumped to match my makeup to my hair. It's just a vibe. I love it. This is 8th Muse from Kosas. My sister, who's complected completely different from me, just bought the Kosas 8th Muse High Intensity that they came out with, and we're both in love with it, so there you go. It's pretty universal. All right, big guys, we're just kind of taking care of the big packages right off the bat here. So this is the Esop. I want to say it's Esop, even though Aether? Okay, Aether has the long thing on the A, so we say Aether, and this has the long thing on the E. All my linguists can tell me what that thing's called. But Esop, Resurrection Aromatic Hand Wash, Mandarin Rind, Rosemary Leaf, and Cedar Atlas. And I think, I want to say, no, it's got a bunch of different citrus oils in it, but it does not appear to have lemongrass oil in it, but it does have limonene. I looked up to see if those were similar. Apparently sometimes lemongrass essential oil will have limonene in it, but not the other way around. It doesn't smell like Fruit Loops. That's kind of an easy signifier of whether or not something has lemongrass in it, because it smells like Fruit Loops. That's why Sunday Riley Good Jeans smells like Fruit Loops. But if this is the first video of mine that you're watching, I just happen to have a sensitivity to lemongrass oil specifically. I'm not like vilifying it for the whole world. It just gives me acne. So anyway, I bought this because, well, I bought this back when I bought my house, so 2 years ago. That's how long it took us to get through this in our master bath. And I bought this because when Mike and I went to Amsterdam a couple of years ago, this was in our Airbnb's bathroom, and I was like, I love the packaging, I love the smell, I love just interacting with this product, and I bought it basically just for that reason. But then also the hotel that we stayed in, the Gramercy Park Hotel, when Mike took me to New York City before he proposed on Christmas Eve, also had Esop products in their bathroom, and they had the, I think it's called Rind Concentrate lotion in these like big fat like deluxe sample bottles, and they took one home, and it's like the greatest smell of all time, but it's like $100 for a bottle. So I haven't really brought myself to that, but you guys know that's been my like my journey. I'm like, when I finally make it someday. But I really liked this. This was also a point of contention because I was like, I bought this before I went cruelty free and I thought it wasn't cruelty free. And then you guys sent me a bunch of articles telling me that it was cruelty free, so I repurchased it. I have another one in my bathroom right now, so there you go. I have a lot of hair products, and we're just gonna work through them one by one here. So I went off of Aquas for a while. I was just kind of trying different things, and now I'm back on it because I love it so much. So this is the Aquas Prime. She's a little bent out of shape. Rebalancing hair wash. This is the step 2. Step 1 is a water protection spray for your hair. It's a system, the whole idea being that it keeps your hair wet for as little time as possible. You save it all the way till the end of your shower, you wash your hair with one product, you get out, you throw it in a microfiber towel. So basically less wet, less damage. And it works for me, so I really, really like it. And this is an empty of the step 2, and I have repurchased this. It's in my shower right now. I love it very much. It is a Clean at Sephora product, and I did a promoted video. It was really funny. I was talking to Leanne about this. It has a super, like, I don't even think it's a scent. I think that they make a point that there's no scent to it. It has a really pleasant smell, but it's just very glycerin-y. But yeah, I was talking to Leanne about when you do a sponsored video that you realize you're never going to actually like have a net gain from because you end up loving the product so much that you give them all your money anyway. That's how Aquas has been. It's like they initially paid me to try their product and then I ended up just paying them all the money back like tenfold. So anyway, the Verb C Texture Spray. Verb, wow, this really goes with my color story, doesn't it? Thumbnail. Verb is a product line that actually originated where I used to work. It started when I worked there. I actually got to try like the first lab samples of the Verb, I don't know, the pomade or whatever it's called. But they've come a long way since then, suffice it to say. And Bird's Barbershop, where I worked, did sell the line to Moroccan Oil, so that's why it's available everywhere now. But it's a very, very good line. It's very light in fragrance. It doesn't have a whole lot of ingredients that like, you know, you would deem unnecessary. It is cruelty-free, and you can get it at Sephora, you can get it, I think you might even be able to get it at Target, I'm not sure. But it's not very expensive. I get it at cost because I still keep my cosmetology license current, but I love this. It is such a good texture spray. It's very lightweight. It's very good for hair like mine. I have very, very fine, thin hair, and it needs a little bit of weight on it just so that it hangs, because it will just kind of radiate from my head if I give it any excuse to. But also my hair gets really oily easily because there just isn't that much hair on my head. So there's nothing oily about this, but it's not a dry shampoo. I also use a dry shampoo. This is for when your hair is freshly cleaned and you just want it to have a little bit of tooth. And the really cool thing about this, I think I've talked about this every single time I've talked about this, because I think this is in like every Empties video since I discovered it. It's almost got a humidity protectant to it. It has a little tiny bit of hold, and when it does hold your hair, when you do kind of coat your hair in it, however you want to say that, it makes my hair more resilient to humidity. It makes it not curl up so badly and like lose the shape of the style once I walk outside without it being a hairspray, which is cool. I still use hairspray too though. Like, don't get me wrong, y'all. Don't get it twisted. I've got like 10 products in my hair right now. I am at heart still a hairdresser. I have no chill, but yeah, this is really, really good. And have I repurchased this? Yes, I have like multiple backups underneath my sink. So this is the corresponding body wash from Fleur in still the same scent, Honami, and I have repurchased this. Why? Because it is so hard, like astonishingly hard, to find a good, clean body wash. And when I say clean, we all have definitions of that. I know it's becoming like a hot button word at this point. I mean, I don't want a whole bunch of crazy fragrance, and I don't want a whole bunch of sulfates and stuff, but I also don't want to go to the health food store and just have a bunch of essential oils all over my body either. My body just doesn't love that. My skin is super duper dry. It needs a little bit of consideration in that respect. I need some things that were made in a lab to nourish my skin long term. I can't just use Dr. Bronner's. I mean, will absolutely turn my skin into like the salt flats. So this is super nourishing, and the thing that I hear from you guys when you try it is the same thing that I felt. After trying so many different clean body care products in the shower, this was one of those ones where you went, oh yeah, oh, lather, oh, luxury body wash, oh, like, it's not weird. It just feels like a luxury product. And honestly, I was gifted this the first time that I tried it from the Fleur company that happens to be local in Austin, and I was bracing myself for this to be like $40 a bottle. It's like $26. It's not crazy. And I do have to pay full price for this. I don't have a discount code. It's not sold at my beauty supply or anything like that. I do pay full price for this. I buy it from the Fleur website, or I think Credo has it too. And I put this in my last giveaway, and I hope that you're loving it, Erin. But yeah, this is definitely something that I will continue repurchasing. This is really dumb, but I love how it looks in my shower. Like, I know that's dumb, but it's just very calming. It's very just a minimal aesthetic. Does that matter to you guys? It matters to me. Okay, like I said, I do still use a dry shampoo, and it is this one. It is always this one. This is the Amika Perkupp dry shampoo. I do get this at cost from my beauty supply, so I think this is, you know, it's like 12 bucks or something for me. But to me, it's worth paying the extra money just because it is such a beautiful product. Heavily scented. Careful. All of Amika's products are. They're pleasantly heavenly. They are heavenly scented, but also heavily fragranced. And for whatever reason, sprays don't seem to bother me in that respect, but leave-on conditioners or like hair masks or anything like that will depending on the fragrance. I did want to give you guys a little bit of a follow-up on the Orbe spray that I mentioned in my favorites. Unfortunately, I was, again, texting Leanne about this. She's like, did you love it? It's kind of bad either way. Like, if you spent that money and didn't love it, that's bad. But if you spent that money and you did love it, it's bad. I love it. It's so good. It's so good. It's like a blessing on your hair. It does something really beautiful and amazing. It does totally give me that perfect medium between texture and weight on my hair. It's unfortunate. But she did say that the Kristen S one that you can get at Target is supposed to be kind of a dupe for it. It's not quite as good, but anyway, we had a full discussion on that. This is different. I don't think that the Orbe is going to be a dry shampoo. I would never want to use it in that amount. It is purely a dry texture spray. It is also different from this, which is a different kind of dry texture spray. It's a little heavier. I don't know. The Orbe maintains my shine a little bit more. This makes my hair a little bit more rough looking. And then this actually soaks up oil. Am I over justifying having so many hair products? Absolutely, but you can't stop me because you're not my real dad. All right, I have at least 2 of these empty, if not 3, that I can't find running around somewhere. This is the Seashell's Daily Sunscreen by Sundaze, and I know that they happen to be, or at least the last time I checked, they were sold out on their website. I had to buy the one for my giveaway from Urban Outfitters. I had to give them my money. It is an SPF 30 broad spectrum sunscreen, purely physical. It has 18.9% zinc oxide in it. I wear this every day. I have like a fuzzy in my hair. Wow, that's been driving all my Capricorns crazy the whole time. Sorry about that, guys. So I found this on Instagram. You know, I do that. I just kind of use the Instagram algorithm to show me cool things that I might be interested in. I click on things that I don't even plan on buying just to kind of curate my recommendations and let it do the work for me. So this was something that was recommended by them. It is a beautiful cruelty-free product. This is, I'm pretty sure, still the only product that Sundaze makes is just this Seashell sunscreen. And it's super lightweight, it works under makeup. I have tried a lot of other ones recently. I do love the zinc screen lately from Supergoop. I really like the Elta MD, the tinted one. I keep accidentally buying tinted sunscreens. I like don't mean to, I just want a regular sunscreen. But I always come back to these, and I hope that they restock on their website soon because I don't want to keep having to buy this from Urban Outfitters. That's just a petty little personal thing, but I would rather just give them my money directly. It is a momentous occasion when I finish one of these because that is a crap ton of product. This is the Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser. It is 6 ounces. I think it's $18. It is the best face cleanser for me because it preserves my moisture barrier. I have already repurchased this. I have little minis of it running around everywhere. It is a fantastic face cleanser, and I've tried others that just kind of overcomplicate the issue unnecessarily, in my opinion. I think that, you know, there have been a lot, like I tried the pie one, I've tried the drunk elephant, it's fine, but I love that I can just rub this in my eyes. I love that it doesn't suds up. I've bought this for all of my family members. It works on every kind of skin. It's so incredibly gentle, and it's pretty dang cost effective for what it is. So yeah, 10% off with the link down below for Glossier. Actually, guys, Glossier is turning 5 years old this month, and I'm going to do a commemorative video. No one asked me to do this, it's just something I want to do, and I'm going to count down my top 5 favorite releases since I've been a rep. So I've been a rep for like, what? Like almost 2.5 years, I want to say? Something like that. And there have been tons of releases since I have been on board with them, and some of them have just been so game-changing, but I also want to just round up my favorites and kind of look back happily on my journey so far with Glossier. So look forward to that. I think that might be the next video. We have not done a Glossier video on my channel in a long time, so hope that's exciting for you guys. Let's chase the Glossier feeling, shall we? So this is, it doesn't look empty, but it pretty natty. And I go through these really, really quickly, like embarrassingly quickly. This is the Glossier lip gloss, and I have like 2 open ones sitting out here, plus the 2 new releases, the red and the glitter, and I have an unopened one right here. This is vital to my life. However, while I love wearing this in real life, every time I wear this for a video where I'm talking for like an hour straight, I play myself. I always end up with that like mucky white thing around my mouth, and I think that that's just because this is not an endurance lip gloss. It's very sticky. I didn't realize that it was the lip gloss that was doing it. I just assumed that it was like concealer that I had left on my lips or something, and it was just sort of being mobilized by the lip gloss. But I was watching Raw Beauty Christie, like you do, and she said something about how she doesn't like sticky lip glosses, and I was like, well, I've never met a lip gloss that's not sticky. Like, what are you talking about? Like, everybody talks about I don't like sticky lip glosses because it makes my hair stick to them. I'm like, I've never worn a lip gloss that my hair would like not stick to. That's kind of what gloss is, right? But then she said, you know, there are these ones that are a little bit thinner and a little bit more like oily, but not really oily, because you don't want it to feel oily on your skin. And that was when I realized what she was talking about, and what I'm wearing on my lips right now is like that. And this kind of took me unawares the first time that I ever tried it. This is the Thrive Lip Mate. That's what it's called. The Glossy Lip Topper. And this is in Ashley. This is my like favorite shade right now. But as you can see, we don't have any of that nonsense happening. I've been wearing it, I've been jabbering, and I don't get any of that weird like white stuff drying around the opening of my mouth, because this is a super lightweight, thin formula. And this shade, Ashley, happens to have micro glitter in it, just like the Glossier one. So, well, they all do, but this one's just clear with micro glitter, and it makes me very happy. I like it very, very much. And it does, this is a non-sticky lip gloss. Like, I had to realize what she meant. So thank you, Raw Beauty Christie, for enlightening me on the fact that such a thing does exist, and I already happen to own it. Those are the challenges that I have to deal with the Glossier lip gloss, but only when I'm filming, and I don't think that's really like a thing in most of you guys' life. But also, it's really hard to overstate how beautiful that freaking lip gloss is. Like, it's kind of worth it, because it's so pillowy, cushiony, gorgeous, like that perfect 90s clear lip bouncy thing. I'm never going to just completely abandon the Glossier lip gloss. So the other thing here is the Boy Brow. I hear a lot of people complain that Boy Brow runs out so fast. I have to disagree. I don't think that it does, or that it dries out really fast. Like, even an empty one, you can like scrape around the edges and get plenty of product for a while. This one probably lasted me like 4 months. For whatever, I don't know. I don't have the same challenge that everybody else seems to have where this thing runs out so quickly. But this is in brown, and I have switched to blonde, and I like it very much. I think that the pink in my hair made me realize that like I'm gonna be better at embracing my paleness if I don't have such bright golden blonde in my hair. It's not my natural color, obviously. No one's natural color is pink, but it does make it darker a little bit. It has more presence, and I feel like it works better. I'm looking at myself on my monitor, I'm sorry. I feel like it works better with a pale complexion. I don't have any bronzer on right now. I just have contour and blush, and I think that it really, really works. So another not cruelty-free product, and that's because I have had this for so long. It took me so long to get through this. This is the Redken Extreme Anti-Snap. This used to be one of my absolute die-hard favorite hair products on planet Earth. I don't know why, but I think it also contributes to my neck breaking out a little bit. It's probably got all kinds of crazy stuff from a fragrance standpoint, but it smells so good. Ooh, it smells so good. Like, so beautifully sugary sweet, but not in like a bakery way. Oh, it's like one of my favorite smells in the world. But it doesn't break my neck out the way that the lemongrass oil does. It just gives me like a little bit of acne around the front of my face. I'm not going to be repurchasing this for that reason, because I don't want acne in my hairline, but also I have found what I believe might be a new holy grail leave-in. So this is, I should mention what this is. This is a leave-in that is supposed to be like a balancer between your lipids and your proteins, right? So keratin and whatever moisture oil you have in your hair. And if it's too moisturized, your hair will kind of stretch, and if it lacks protein essentially. And if it has too much protein, it will be really brittle. And so this is supposed to have the intelligence built into it, especially for color treated hair, that will balance those things out and keep your hair from breaking, hence anti-snap. So I've always loved this product. It's a fantastic leave-in. It does break my skin out just a little bit. The other reason that I'm going to be moving on from this is because I just bought the new Bond Strengthener Bond multiply bond. It's the number 6 from Olaplex. OMG, you guys. It is a leave-in lotion, and I can put it all over my whole head, and it doesn't make my hair greasy. And it is so nourishing and calming. It actually calms my frizz without making my hair all greasy and heavy and gummy feeling. And I don't know how to put a fine enough point on how good it smells. I know like fragrance is not something that I want to put on my face when it comes to skincare or makeup, but with my hair, I don't know. I mean, first of all, there are almost no hair product lines out there that don't put some kind of fragrance in them. It's just kind of part of the experience. But also, I will do as much fragrance as I can get away with my hair. I don't know, I think it's just the hairdresser in me. I still find that kind of stuff like kid in a candy shop, like exciting. This Olaplex stuff, you guys, is intoxicating. It smells just like the Esop rind concentrate. It smells so richly and wonderfully of oranges. Oh man, I opened it up and you know, I'm by myself in my bathroom yesterday after I had dyed my hair pink, and I opened that thing up and I put it on my hands and I was like, ooh, like by myself. I was like, ooh, because immediately my brain goes to, I can't wait to tell people about this. Like that's how my brain works, is like, I can't wait to get on my channel and tell people about this. Oh boy. Okay, so this is dumb, but I'm like, if you watch my vlogs, you'll know I'm working my way through probably like 5 of these that I found underneath my cabinet. At one point in my life, I was just buying these 2 at a time. I don't know what's wrong with me. I would just go to Target and I'm like, I always run out of shaving cream, and then I would just buy more. Turns out I was just like filing them away underneath my sink in my bathroom, and I ended up with like at least 4 that were unopened that I found. And this is not good for your skin. It is, you know, the first ingredient I think is like sodium lauryl sulfate or something. Oh no, sorry. Water, stearic acid, triethanolamine, isobutane, laureth, sodium lauryl sulfate, propane, fragrance, aloe barbadensis. This is like the just for men of shaving cream. You know, there's really no technology here. It is just, you ask for a shaving cream, check, it's a shaving cream, but I refuse to just waste them. And so this is what I'm still using. When I finally finish them, I'm going to go back to the Billy shaving cream because I think it is delightful. Okay, this is the Hello Sensitivity Relief Fluoride Toothpaste in Soothing Mint with Coconut Oil. I hated this. I hated this so much. I think it's in that movie, This Is 40, the one with Paul Rudd. I will, to be honest, watch any movie with Paul Rudd in it. I love him so much. Where he talks about how the natural toothpaste doesn't feel like it gets your teeth clean. Yeah. I have yet to find a toothpaste that I feel like actually gets my teeth clean that is of this natural variety. And probably there are people out there who are going to like fill me in with the details of why it matters, because there's probably something terrifying in my Arm & Hammer toothpaste, but it gets my teeth clean. I know there's something wrong. I know. Go ahead and tell me. Just go ahead and tell me. Toothpaste is not something that I have like taken into my like research consideration yet. I tried to do the right thing with this, and I hated it so much. It felt like I was rubbing lotion on my teeth. It was just gross, and it didn't taste very good. Oh, and when you pump this out of the container onto your toothbrush, there's no natural terminus. It like just oozes and goos everywhere. It's so frustrating and gross. And toothpaste is so absent-minded, you wouldn't think you'd notice that kind of thing, but it is actually something you interact with so often that when it's frustrating, it's noticeably frustrating. This was like a noticeably frustrating toothpaste. But their toothpaste tubes are BPA free and contain no phthalates. Bonus. That's what it says on the package. Neat. I have a Teak Naturals 100% pure and organic rose water. This was for me making my own setting spray, and it worked for a while. It didn't bother me whatsoever, but that was in like a desperate mode where I was just so frustrated with like all these crazy like alcohol containing face sprays and things like that. But then I found this, the Honami Radical Setting Mist, and my life was changed forever for the better. So this is still my fave. There were more of these and I don't know where they went, but we'll use these as placeholders. So let's talk about Briogeo. So I have the Don't Despair Repair Deep Conditioning Mask, and this came in a little sample set with the charcoal exfoliating shampoo. And then this is the Briogeo Be Gentle, Be Kind Kale and Apple Conditioner, and it also came with the corresponding shampoo. I wanted to try a bunch of Briogeo stuff before I made a decision. Like I said, I went away from Aquas for a while. I was just kind of testing the waters and some other stuff. I was very frustrated with my hair. Anyway, I did not end up liking this, the Be Gentle, Be Kind. I didn't like it at all. It didn't really feel like it got my hair clean, but it also didn't really feel like it conditioned it. It was just too gentle. It was too gentle. It didn't have enough anything to it. There's no there. This I did, as well as the shampoo, the charcoal shampoo, I did end up buying in the full size. I have them in my bathroom right now. They come as a set on Sephora. It's expensive. It's like $70 for the two, but I don't use it every single day. Obviously, I use the Aquas when I don't wash my hair every single day. I wash my hair probably every 3 days. And I use the Aquas most of the time. And then when I have tons and tons of product in my hair, like, you know, every third wash or something, I will use this combination, the charcoal. It's like a micro exfoliating shampoo that'll get all the buildup off your scalp and off your hair. And then this is actually a really lovely conditioner, but I usually use them in tandem. This is just a funny story. This isn't like helpful information, but I usually use them in tandem. And so the charcoal is like this beautiful, lovely, like creme de menthe kind of smell. And it just makes your scalp all tingly and everything. And that's sort of, it's like ranch dressing. It just takes over the fragrance of everything else in the room. And you don't notice what the smell of the conditioner is. Yesterday when I rinsed this out of my hair, the pink hair color, I just conditioned afterwards and I used this conditioner. Mine smells like wild turkey and I don't know why. Like wild turkey whiskey. I don't know why. There might be some alcohol in it, I'm not sure, but whatever the smell is, it comes quickly as like a nice sweet smell, but it finishes whiskey and I don't know why. Again, just fun fact. But yeah, I did end up liking these. I did end up buying the full size, and I think Briogeo is a fantastic brand. They do a really good job with their ingredients, but I would recommend doing, like, as Sephora rolls out these little like samples that you can get as add-ons and stuff, definitely try those because they have such a wide range. You want to figure out what you want before you spend all that money on one product, you know? This is insane. So I have been thinking about buying the full size of this for years, like years. I've had this sample for years. This is the Obliphica Seabury Hair Serum. I got this in my very first Birchbox, like 2016 maybe. It is the best hair serum I've ever used. First of all, it smells fantastic. Oh, it smells so good. But it is a serum instead of an oil. So when you put it on, like, I can probably get a little bit out of here, like a little tiny bit. It never makes it look greasy or oily. It just makes it like smooth, like, and shiny. I don't know, man. But it's like I've been trying to find an excuse to buy the full size for so long, but it's literally taken me years of just using this tiny, tiny amount to get through just that sample bottle. And honestly, I've also been wearing my hair up, not up, but back for so long because I was trying to just grow my hair past this awkward phase where it was just hovering above my shoulders. So I hadn't been using really anything on my hair for a long time, which is also probably the reason that it took me so long to go through it. But I think I'm finally ready to buy the full size of this because it is just lovely. It is such a lovely product for fine hair that needs smoothing. That's it. I mean, this is the third time saying this in video, but it's like, it's hard. It's hard to find something that will smooth fine hair because you end up with whey, you know, which was like invented by like the Kardashians' hairdresser. Well, they've got this really, you know, thick, glossy texture of hair, and it soaks oil up and doesn't really show it in a greasy way. My hair is gonna get greasy and start like breaking apart really easily. I know because I've tried all the whey products and it's just too heavy for my hair. So it's nice to find something that's really lightweight. That's always my mission. Here is, well, I mean, this is something that's always in my empties, right? This is the Thrive Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. I didn't actually put this in my last empties because I ended up just throwing them out, but I think I had like 2 or 3 that I forgot to put in that video. I go through these, I would say quickly, but it's the only mascara that I use on a regular basis. There's a lot of product that comes in this tube, and since I, you know, finally took everyone's advice and stopped pumping my mascara out of just some sort of like muscle memory, these last me like easily 3 months, 3 or 4 months. Like you start to notice that they get clumpy, but it never makes my eyes itch or anything like that. I just go, time to move on. So yeah, this is my ride or die. I already have another one open, so I need to put this away so that I don't get them mixed up. That has happened. Okay, Drunk Elephant Proteiny Polypeptide Cream. Another thing where I was influenced by Leanne, and it is such a good product. I have bought the new one, the Lala Retro with ceramides. I like it. It's not as good as this. This is still just so good at firming your skin. It makes everything just lifted and happier and more balanced. It's not a very heavy moisturizer. I can still use an oil on top of it and my skin doesn't complain. And it, you know, comes in the airless pump, which, yeah, we all have our qualms. I felt like for a long time, Drunk Elephant was untouchable because they do make such an effort to be so noble with their ingredients, and they're very transparent, I feel like, with where they source even their, like, you know, palmitates and things like that. And they've always been really sweet to me in interactions when I've like tweeted at them and stuff like that. However, I do know that their founder has been rude in the past to Caroline Hirons. Hiram, this guy who does like a skincare channel, he's a delight. He also did this whole video recently called No More Drunk Elephant. That's not my hill to die on. I do still love this product, but I have my ears perked up, you know? Like, I'm gonna kind of keep seeing what Drunk Elephant does. All that to say though, that like Hiram being so one and the same with their brand, I totally think he was within his like rights and within his responsibilities to make that video. I don't think it was like, I'm not condemning him for making some kind of tea video. That is not my point. Okay, we have a mini of the Milky Jeller Cleanser from Glossier, like I said. It's got hair stuck to it. Relatable. Yes, like I said, I have tons of those floating around. We have an empty Curology bottle. I actually have another one that's almost empty and another one that I just got in the mail. I love Curology. I love Curology. That's all there is to it. Curology is a customizable face acne product. This video is not sponsored, even though I did do a sponsored video with them recently. I did a sponsored video with them because I use their product like crazy and it keeps my acne clear. So like, you know, there's no real like stretch of the imagination there. Ooh, this is it. Okay, I saved these for last. These, oh. Hi, Hallie. These are all of my Mother Dirt products that I've been through since we last chatted. So these I do probably go through about every 3 to 4 months. This is the AO Plus Mist. So this is their main product. This is the one that's got the live bacterial cultures in it. And it's the one that makes my bacteria on my face kumbaya, act real nice, not try and screw me over in my sleep. So often, because that video is a little bit older, people leave me a comment on that video and they say, do you still use this? And I'm like, every day, girl, every day. Every day. I use this all the time. I love it so much. I didn't do a sponsored video with them, but they sent me a bunch of stuff and they sent me 2 of these for free. And I'm now working my way through the last one of them before I just, you know, repurchase it again myself. But do I believe in this product? 150 million%. And then the whole reason that I did that video and why they sent me a bunch of stuff was because they came out with a bunch of new stuff. One of them is the Mother Dirt Body Wash Concentrate. And I don't think this is worth it. I did not realize because they sent it to me. I did not realize how much this was going to retail for. And when they first rolled it out, they did it at a 15% discount, so I felt okay talking about that. I have talked to you guys since then, and you're like, hey, you know, I don't want any fragrance in my body wash. So even the Fleur is off the table for me. Like, do I need the Mother Dirt body wash? And then they tell me that it's, I think, like $35. And I'm like, no. No. I mean, there's nothing to it really. And honestly, this packaging, while this is, you know, it's kind of cute, like that it's got this little opening thing, I think this is excessive. I don't have like some kind of set of rules in my brain about what is good packaging and what is not, but this always felt like little product for lots of packaging. I just don't think that it's concentrated. Like when you put it on your sponge, it doesn't really lather very much. It's not really, I guess, supposed to, but this is one of those products where you feel like you're sacrificing too much. You know, like how right do I want to be and how much feel good do I need to convince myself of in my brain to just get through an overpriced body wash? This is an overpriced body wash. Like if you can find something that is unscented and that lathers, that works for you, then do that. This just, it has a lot of, you know, biome friendly and everything like that. This doesn't have live cultures in it. It shouldn't be as expensive as it is. It's just, it's silly. Well, I hate to end on a negative note. So what I will do is tell you about upcoming videos because I did save my non-makeup application videos for while my peel was happening, and this was a lovely peel. This one went really, really well, and it all happened in a very good time frame. It was probably the first time that I've ever like played my cards right timing-wise, where you didn't actually have to see me like full zombie. So that's good. So the next video, I think I'm going to do the vapor wear test, and just, I know that there are a lot of people who are really wondering about Vapor 2.0. I'm really wondering about Vapor 2.0, and so I want to get that out. I also have Root Pretty. I swear to you guys, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do Root Pretty. I think I'm going to do a Will I Buy It coming up soon, because there's all kinds of really weird, cool stuff coming out that I'm not sure how I feel about yet, like the Victoria Beckham stuff and everything like that. And then also, I think that I lied. The next video is probably going to be the 5 years of Glossier, and we're gonna like actually do a full dedicated Glossier video for the first time in a really long time on my channel. So look forward to that, all my Glossier people out there. I hope that you're having a true self-care Sunday, and that this video helped to brighten your day. You guys always brighten my day. I love you so much. So if you did enjoy this, give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep hanging out with me and my pink hair on this channel, then go ahead and hit the button down below and subscribe. I would love it if you guys did. Ooh, I also have, tentatively, a video coming up that is going to finally, you guys, give you your drugstore clean skincare fix. Okay, so look forward to that too. I can't tell you much more about it yet, but very exciting. Yeah, so thank you for watching, guys. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.